Hello, growers. Want to boost your sales, reach new customers, and streamline your sales process, all from your home office? Ready Farmer One, my book, is your ultimate guide to making it happen. Imagine increasing your farm's revenue without ever spending a Saturday at the farmer's market. The book will show you how to create, design, and market an online farm store. Learn from real farmers sharing real stories about how they move their stores online, freeing up their weekends and increasing their sales. Get my book, Ready Farmer One, on Amazon and transform your farm business today. And I agree with you. If you just want to get it done, I think hiring out is great. Whether it's a plumber, a mechanic, or a photographer, there's a lot of justification for going the lines of professional. When I go to find a photographer, I've done this exercise myself. I go on Yelp or some service to find them. There's a whole bunch of photographers out there. Some specialize in weddings, or they more advertise themselves as wedding photographers. Some just say, I'm a photographer. If you're looking to get product, and a lot of people listening to this, food product photos taken, should I look for somebody who does that? Or do you think any photographer can do justification to what I'm doing, or do I need a specialist?
Yes and no. I identify myself as a commercial photographer. And what I mean by that is that my client is paying me to take pictures of something. I differentiate that from what could be considered retail photography, where the person in front of my camera is the person paying me. That's weddings, family portraits, that kind of thing. That's a very broad, very crude distinction, and I'm not sure that all of my colleagues would agree with it. But I would say, first off, if what you're having done is for business purposes, hire a commercial photographer. Stay away from the weddings and babies and those guys. If they're ethical, they'll turn you away. If they're not ethical and they maybe are trying to fill in the months in the fall or winter where there aren't any weddings to keep their calendar filled up, they'll take the job and maybe just not be very good at it. Or, that's probably going to be controversial, but I think it's a fair assessment. I don't do weddings. I don't do babies. I don't do family portraits. There are people who are much, much better at it than I am. I know what I'm good at. And if somebody calls me and says, I need a group photo at a family reunion, I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm not the guy, but I can help you find somebody. Now, the question about specialty, I do architecture, I do interiors for designers. I also do food and product photography. Those are different specialties, but sometimes they're for the same client, right? I'll do a job for a restaurant where I'll photograph the restaurant interior. I'll do portraits of the chef and the front of house manager. And then I'll also do food photography. That comes from, even though those are different specialties, it comes from understanding the client and their needs holistically, right? So if you hire a photographer, say, who does industrial photography, and they maybe also do agribusiness, the farmer sitting on the tractor in an ad for John Deere, that person might be a really good food photographer and will want to take on a job for an afternoon. He understands your business. He understands what you're trying to convey. I wouldn't shy away from hiring someone in that circumstance just because he's not a food photography specialist. I'm sorry, that answer is a bit vague, but I'm a strong believer in understanding that someone who's good at what you need might not necessarily be that because he or she has done exactly that same thing. But I'm trying to figure out how to say this just the right way without irritating any more of my friends or colleagues who might hear this. If they understand how to translate a business need into an image. That's what you want. In other words, if you figure out why you need the image, how you're going to use it, who your audience is, a commercial photographer will likely be able to translate that into a really effective photo shoot. If you hire somebody who does weddings and engagement pictures, they're used to making the person in front of the camera feel comfortable and maybe play to their vanities or insecurities to some. That is just not a skill set that's going to serve you when you're looking for a commercial photographer. And that's why I don't do weddings.
Hey there. Want to spend less time pulling weeds? Check out Soil Shield by Modern Grower. It's the pre-cut landscape fabric solution to help you drastically reduce weed pressure. Just roll it out, staple it down, and plant. Then let it do the work for you. Say goodbye to endless weeding and hello to more free time. Plus, it's high quality, durable, and will last for years, saving you time and money in the long run. It's available in a variety of row and hole spacings to accommodate all the crops that vegetable farmers grow. Learn more about Soil Shield landscape fabric at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.